Alrighty, what is up my Jimmy Neutron aficionados? You already know what's going on. Slop here, back at it again with another daily The Finals upload, and today we're going to be going over everything new in update 2.5, so without further ado, let's hop right into it. So first things first, we did complete the community event. Great work everyone, we managed to get it done last night. So you will be receiving the community event boombox in your inventory by the end of the week. I was a little confused. I figured it'd be in there today, but they said in the Discord, don't be alarmed, it's not added yet. It will be there in the next couple days, so no worries there. Next up, I say, let's just hop into the store and check out whatever's new. Ooh! Okay! Got a little... and you can see your face through it. That's fire. But 650 though, I don't know about 650 on that with no like outfit or anything. That's a super fire headpiece, but 650 on that, bro? Maybe like 400. I don't know about $7 on the Loch Ness Monster mat. I mean, it's super fire, don't get me wrong, but it seems a little bit inflated just for a headpiece. Alrighty, next up, this is not new, this was here last week. We've got the signal router set. Oh, I like that. It's like a electrician themed pistol almost. That's a sick skin though. Sick charm. I'd really like to see this type of theme on some other guns that I actually use. That's a sick looking one. WM Bark. Alright, next up we've got the Rose Garden set. Ooh, I like that charm. That's very clean, but the skins, I mean, they're decent. Not really my thing. They got a nice little aesthetic to them, but am I gonna be grabbing them? Probably not. I like the charm a lot though. Next up, this is what's really got me intrigued. Little AK animation set? Ooh, 4 animations? It's like Christmas morning. What do we got here? Overhand rack. Is that an inspect or a reload? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Ammo audit? So this is just the battle pass skin for like 14. That was nice. He racked the slide with the mag. That's kind of far. But this ammo audits animation, they've added to like 5 or 6 different guns now in the battle pass. Crunch time reload. It's alright. I think the jackpot juggle one from the season 1 battle pass is a little bit cooler in my opinion. Bolt back reload. Looks pretty much the same as the other one to me. I'm a sucker for animations, so I'll probably be grabbing these. I really like all of them to be frank, but Embark, keep adding more animations. There aren't enough. There's only like 3 animations in the game across 5 guns, and that ain't cool, bruh. Spice it up already. But maybe give me some free ones instead of making me pay $4. You know, just an idea. Well, unfortunately, that looks like everything they added to the shop this week. Not too much, but a solid little selection. I'm not mad at it, that's for sure. But without further ado, let's hop into those patch notes and see what noteworthy changes were made this week. First things first, any data Reshaper fans, you guys are eating good, because they just tripled the range from 5 meters to 15 meters. Literally tripled. Like, the gadget is about to feel completely different, and I will say that seemed to be pretty much the biggest complaint across the board since they dropped the gadget at the beginning of the season, was that you have to be like standing on top of shit to be able to reshape it, and it just kind of feels way too limited to really make viable. So I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the upcoming weeks. They also decreased the target FOV from 25 to 12 degrees on the data Reshaper. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what that means, and I have zero clue what they're talking about, so next thing. Stun gun. They noted that there's going to be some major stun gun reworks coming in the patch next week, 2.6, and there wasn't enough time to jam it all into this one. You might want to use the stun gun in the next week if you're a fan of it, because I have a feeling it's gonna be completely different this time next week. Big change. Cloaking device increased activation costs from 14 to 33%. So this basically means that if you have full charge on your invis specialization and then you like activate it, you're starting at 66% basically. So like you just turn it on off again. So 3 times on and off, then instantly you have 0 charge. So you could just like, yeah, I think honestly I think it's a super beneficial change. I know a lot of people were bitching on the Reddit talking about, oh, the lights already suck and now they're making it. Shut up, bro. They know what they're doing. Like, obviously Cloak needed some type of change across the board or they wouldn't have done it. They're the ones who like have all the numbers and the data, and if they think that invis is a little bit too OP in its current state, then it's probably a little bit too OP. They also noted that in the 2.6 update, along with the stun gun changes, they're going to be reworking how visible you appear when you're invisible. So I have a feeling that Light's going to be taking a pretty fat hit next week. I'm not going to lie to you. Next up, Mesh Shield decreased health from 1,000 to 750. I mean, not too noteworthy, but that is a pretty fat chunk. I think Mesh Shield probably the easiest to be good with specialization in the game currently. I see a lot of people in ranked. I'll say every single heavy player that I come up against in ranked is rocking the Mesh Shield. Like, it could definitely use a little bit less health. It's just like, it's a little bit overpowered in its current state, in my opinion. Maybe you're like, oh, you're stupid and dumb and wrong, and that could be true, but this is my opinion, so shut up, pal. How's that sound? Yeah. KS23 bullet dispersion reduced when jumping, sprinting, or zoomed in to make the weapon more accurate. This is a fat W. They did this with the throwing knives like halfway through season 1, and it made them like 100% more viable. And I think it's gonna seriously help the KS23, and a lot more people might be willing to choose it now, but it's gonna take a couple weeks for people to really get used to like a major change like that with a projectile weapon. So you're probably not going to see too much of it right off the bat, but in the coming weeks I think we're going to see a little bit more KS23 action, which I'm not mad at. I think it's a sick gun and it's fun. It's just cool. Sick gun. But yeah, that's the only weapon change that they made this week. Not too monumental of an update. Looks like they're saving most of the big things for next week, which I mean, can't be mad at it. I'm always down for a little lizard head and KS23 balance changes. And last up, we've got AFK idle rule enhancements, and then they added detections for software such as cheat tools and injectors leading to suspensions. I will say, Embark, the leading to suspensions part has me a little bit, huh? Like, by suspensions, you mean permanent suspensions? Because personally, I don't really see why anyone who's caught using any sort of cheats in this game is allowed to keep that account. Like, if someone like uses, I don't really know how this works, but if somebody uses a cheat or whatever and they're detected, shouldn't that account be banned and then like maybe the hardware banned or IP banned or something? Like, my opinion, should be like a zero tolerance policy. Like, if people are able to keep all their skins and keep their account, just get a slap on the wrist if they're caught using cheat tools, then like why wouldn't they use cheat tools? I feel like it's just kind of dumb. Like, you need to crack down on that hardcore, especially when the narrative of cheating surrounding this game is the way that it is. But maybe I'm just being stupid and pedantic, and by leading to suspensions, they just mean that like permanent suspension, and I'm just reading into it way too much, which is probably the case, but I figured I'd make note of it either way. But ladies and gentlemen, that appears to be literally every single thing on the patch notes for this update. Not exactly the biggest update that they've added. Seems like next week's is going to be a bit fatter, I'm not going to lie to you. But all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing really else to note in this update. Make sure to keep an eye on the Discord if you're curious about when you're going to be getting that pink boombox item. And with all that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Slop out.
You're so skibbity. You're so Phantom Tax.